So, Devlog 4, the infamous Devlog, development log numero cuatro. Don't quote my Spanish. But this one was really big because it's about leaving the testing environment. See, when creating apps, there are multiple ways to get it into the hands of others to kind of check it out, see how it is. For ScriptureBank, there was a testing environment for the alpha. Many alpha users got a chance to check it out. Not all, which is unfortunate, but swiftly we moved from that testing environment, which is pretty much a link that you could do on a web browser, into a more active environment of downloading the app. Now for Android, I was able to put the data up, pretty simple, straightforward, like I said. But Apple, they're a tough cookie. They're a tough cookie. Yeah, they're pretty tough. Apple took longer because, you know, like when you're driving on a road and like there's like a check, like just to check people who might be drunk driving or to check people who might have contraband or whatever it may be. There's like, I don't know the name of it. Post the name, show me the name. Like, if you know the name and you see the name, put it in the description too, because I can't think of the name right now. But there's a lot of, I guess, road checks on the way when it comes down to Apple. First of all, creating a developer account. That's straightforward, right? Create a developer account. Most app stores would require that because you should be a developer to develop apps for the app store. There's, you know, credentials that have to go into that. So that's good. That's no problem with that. But it takes up to 40 hours. So it's not like create a developer account by filling out a form and they have your information and just get going. No, you have to be verified by Apple to go ahead and be on the store, which is fine. It's totally understandable. And it's actually that like a concierge in a sense, because they just ask a few questions about what you're building, what is its goal, so on and so forth. And I think it's best for those who are trying to scam people on Apple products. So therefore the scammers have a little bit of a, you know, an extra hurdle to get through. It's more than just filling out a form. I'm not trying to scam anyone, so I don't want to find out what happens if you do scam them after you pass all these roadblocks. And I'm sure that if you do scam something on Android, that you'll get shut down and locked out forever. I don't want to find out. That's not what ScriptureBank's about. So then you all know that serious business over there at Apple. So after getting my developer account, I had to then pay the $99 developer fee, which takes 48 hours to process, which is weird to me because Apple has Apple Pay. That means there should be a simple way for Apple to take any funds from anyone, but I don't understand why it takes 48 hours for your $99 that you already sent to them or paid them on a card in some way, shape, or form. Why it takes 48 hours? Can someone at Apple please let me know why it takes long to process a $100 payment? I don't get it. It should be immediate because I sent you the money and I paid it. And if that money bounces or whatever happens in between, then that's understandable. Like, hey, then we didn't receive the money, your account is not active. But our money didn't bounce here at ScriptureBank, so yeah, that was weird. 40 hours to wait to take my money. So far, we have two things. We have be interviewed and become a developer. I verbally interviewed on the phone after I did my form, and I got that call. And then pay my $99 to be a developer for the year. So that has to be renewed yearly. Costs are adding up here at ScriptureBank, right? And then I needed an Apple computer. See, with Apple, you can't really develop apps without having some type of, well, it's best to have some access to an Apple device, the Apple computer, to use Xcode, which is what Apple wants everyone to use for the apps. And that's understandable to an extent, but it's really like a walled garden, I guess you could say. Like it's closed off. It's not, everyone just can't code for it. I don't know. So if you have Linux, if you have Windows, you have to like not use those and use the Apple Xcode is what they want. Now there are workarounds, I'm sure, and if you know any workarounds, share them in the comment section below. But I was able to gain access to an Apple computer to go ahead and do that. So that was another kind of hurdle. mostly using Windows. So once I gained access to an Apple computer, I had an old version of iOS, so I had to update that. So I had to go around about into Apple Terminal, manually download, update it. It was just a lot. But I pray it's all worth it because our Apple users will be able to use ScriptureBank as well. Not just Android and not just web or desktop, right? It'll pay off in the long run. Yeah, so then I had to download their Xcode software. I had to update some things with the connection between my Apple account and Apple for whatever reason. It's a lot of weird stuff. And even after all of that, once I was able to actually submit my app for a review, that's another process. They review every app. It takes about 48 hours. For me, it took like 24 hours, but it said it could take up to 48 hours to be reviewed. They said I had to add functionality. Mind you, this is our app that we're creating from the ground up, and we're being forced to add functionality. Don't get me wrong, I already had plans to add this functionality. So the functionality they wanted was a report, a way to report other users if someone's abusing the messaging system, a way to block other users if someone is harassing them, which was already in the plans to add. I was going to add it later down the line when I got more into those social aspects of it. But I had to add it earlier to even be approved by Apple. And then once I actually got it kind of close to approved, they denied it again because it was the beta. I didn't know that they didn't want betas on the App Store publicly. There's a way for it to be kind of in the App Store in the background way, like download this app to be used to download your beta app. And then even with that, there's like a 60-day, or I think 90 or 60-day limit for that. So I'm coming close to those 30 days. The plans are to be out of the beta though by this week instead. So hopefully we'll be done with that aspect and just be a full app soon, very soon, extremely soon. I'm working hard. It's late right now. I'm still up, and I'm going to be up until I finish this app. So thank you for watching. Hope this helped those who are interested. Devlog number 4. Get ready for number 5 coming soon. Stay blessed.